evening. Hello everybody. Sorry for the run around and changing games last minute. I was just laying there needing to start the dispatch stream and I just was like, I don't have the energy in me. And dispatch is such a wonderful game. I want to give it the energy it deserves, and I just don't have that tonight, especially because I think it is going to be the finale. I think we're up. I think there's only 8 chapters, and we'll be doing. Oh my god, that's my alarm that I set. But I was like trying to relax. So if you heard that, just that's okay. You see, I'm a bit discombobulated, so I thought, because I've kind of been like speed writing. I don't know what else to call it. The last. I don't know, 24 hours. I've been working on a thing kind of out of the blue. I think I'm just gonna work on that for like an hour. This won't be a very long stream. As I said, I'm a bit of an EP sheep today. So we're just gonna have a little yap. We're gonna do some work. I have a soda, which was one of the drinks that I bought for the drinking stream. Non-alcoholic, it was if I needed a thing, but then I ended up, we went for a while and I ended. Yeah, Eepers sleep today, so. I guess you could sleep on the sheep, if you want. I might snore. I don't think I snore. I've never been told that I snore. So, I think I'm good. I don't think I do. At least, like, no one's ever told me that I do, so, you know. You guys can nap. As long as you don't try anything weird. You can tell I'm tired. I had late after work, but I'm still feeling a little, I still don't believe anyone who says that. You might, but also, like, I get that people are probably embarrassed if they snore, because I guess it's considered not a very, like, quote-unquote attractive trait, but, like, I don't know, it's something that people can't help. It's one of those things, you know how they say, like, if there's something, like, physically wrong with, like, a friend when you're out, like, physically wrong sounds bad, but they say, like, if it's something that they can't fix by just, like, going to the bathroom, or just fix right then and there, don't tell them. That's kind of... That's sort of how I feel, like, snoring, like, people can't help. I guess if you're sharing a bed with someone and they snore, like, I'm pretty sensitive. I think if someone, like, I think that would drive me insane. I genuinely don't think I could be, like, married to someone who did. Because I need... Well, to be fair, I listen to white noise. Like, I sometimes have, like, a YouTube video or something playing in the background. Bit of ASMR. So maybe snoring would be good for me. I don't know. I talk in my sleep, apparently. I've known a few people who talk in their sleep. I remember when I was a little kid, I had a sleepover with my childhood best friend, and it was the first time we'd ever had a sleepover. We were really excited, and she talked in her sleep, and it kind of freaked me out because I was like 7 or 8, and I don't think I'd even seen. I think I knew what talking in sleep was, but it kind of freaked me out. She had a twin sister, and I remember she in her sleep. I vividly, this is such a cool memory. I was laying there awake, and in the bed beside me, my friend, she reached out and said no, and then she said her twin sister's name. No, don't. No, like, her sister's name was just that was Sally. She's like, no, Sally, don't. Everyone in my house rushes to fall asleep before me because they know I will keep them up if I fall asleep and start snoring. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. That sounds so sad. Would you record and tease it with them later? Probably not. That feels kind of mean. Oh, maybe actually. Sleep talking is really, I don't know. My Oshi did a stream recently where he like slept, and he does sleep talk, and it was really funny to hear it live because I'd always thought that he was kind of making it up. And then it turned out no, because he was sleeping and they had recordings, and then he got up, and then when he started, it was like a sleeping on stream. It was weird. And then he was like, wait, I did? And then everyone in chat was like, yeah. And then there was people who had clipped it while the stream was going on, and then he was like, what the fuck? I always thought it was like for the bit. I'm gonna be honest, I always like doubted that it was real when he talked about like sleep and he like would record it, and I'm like, oh no, he actually does, and he says like the weirdest shit. So I don't know. I've never been told that I sleep talk, but maybe I do. I have pretty weird dreams. I never remember them. I've always sort of wanted to try lucid dreaming. This isn't a very good study session, we're just talking shit. Maybe I should have just made this a Zatsu. Maybe we could switch to a Zatsu, I don't know. But we could have a yap while we play. There's no rule with golf, it's just, yeah. Also, this thing is spotty now. My little like pet thing, it like evolved yesterday. Famous lucid dreaming. In that case, you can sleep and just chat will tell you if you. I guess I could do a sleeping stream, but I'm like a lot of people. If I do that, I'm worried that like, what if I do sleep talk and I just give you guys like my full legal name and address and my job and my parents' names and my IRD number? Like, like what if that happens? I could feasibly, because in my office doubles as my guest room. I have a bed like right here. I can like touch it. I am touching the bed that is in my office. It's not my normal bed, but I could feasibly do a sleeping stream. Put your address in chat. I'm hoping that's a joke. If it's not, Sora will delete it. I don't remember. Your cousins scream in their sleep? I have heard of that. That's terrifying. That's I know that that's probably just like a medical thing or like a mental health thing, but Finding Nemo. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm so guys, I'm right tired, okay? Usually I would get that as a Finding Nemo reference. I'm sorry, yeah. I don't know. Sleeping on stream. Maybe that should have been a donathon goal. There could be a stretch goal. That could be like the after the what's the top one song cover? If you guys like get to 4,000 before like the month is up, I'll like keep going the donathon and then I'll do a sleeping on stream. I'd have to like orientate my monitors and stuff, but feasibly I could do one. But it would be really weird. Also, I'm one of those people, like, I do not understand people who literally can put their head to the pillow and fall asleep. Like, it takes me forever to fall asleep. I do not, I've never understood people who literally can be like, okay, good night, and they can just make themselves go to sleep. I can't do that. I have to lay awake for like at least like 20 to 30 minutes. Like, maybe that's my fault for like doing my last minute phone scroll or whatever. But even before that, I remember as like a kid, I could never fall asleep just like that. Be able to sleep on a cold night. I can be out in 5 minutes. Heat. Yeah, heat is really bad. I could not sleep last night. It was quite warm. My bedroom. My apartment is really well insulated, which is nice for the winter, but when we're kind of in these in between, like it's nearly the end of summer, I guess, but sometimes it's a bit too stuffy. Yes, the Alexa joke. Yeah, there was like someone on stream that had like the text to speech, and someone had literally, they'd gone asleep on stream, and someone had typed, this is really bad, they typed the text to speech, so the Alexa heard, it's like, Alexa, what is my home address? And she started reading it out, which is so bad. Humidity. It is humid in NZ today. I felt that when I left work this afternoon. I was like, it looked really overcast where I am, and I left my building, and I was like, Jesus, it's warm. And I was like, I work with sometimes it collapses at my desk and I might end up on the floor, but if I go to bed, my body is like so much in. Yeah, I'm like that too. I'm one of those, I nap a lot. I find I sleep kind of better during the day than I do at night. I don't know if I consider myself a night owl. That's not necessarily what I mean. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I find that I maybe I should change careers and just like start doing night shifts. Looked like they had been standing in the rain. It was sweet. Ugh. I hope it smelled okay. I hope you had like, I don't know, deodorant or something. It's raining today. Soaked half the day. Oh my god, why is my tracking suddenly gone all weird? Hello? Hello? I have had issues with you for a while. I'm just gonna stand here. I'm still here, guys, I promise. It's just my phone and VTube Studio have had a bit of a falling out. I'm trying to get them to couples counseling. There we go. Room code. Oh, I'm sure I can put the room code up if you guys want. This is just the withered room. I changed the wallpaper because I didn't like the brick, so it was too orange, which I guess fits withered, and I'm going to work on a withered related thing today, so I thought we'd go in the withered room. I need to make a room that's like our room, because I have my personal study room, which we were using at the end of the Cold Lamp Street, but I was looking back and I'm like, oh, this room is embarrassing. This is like my room for when I'm offline. But I can put the room out. I can host. Let me host. Do you want to join mine? I could join yours, moms, but that takes effort. I'll just make one already here. With it. Plus if other livestock want to join. We need it. You need a butcher. I do, but I don't know if you can make that. They have kitchen things. I'll have a look around. I'll see if you can make like a little butchery and maybe we'll do that. I'll just make it. I don't think like that many people are gonna join, but I'll just make it 15. Keep new. Anyone can join. Anyone can draw. I don't draw a deck on the wall. I don't care. Copy. Create. Let me make this. As a reminder, I've been so tired, I haven't done my little spiel. We are currently doing my 3.0 donathon, as in the pinned on both YouTube and Twitch. If you would like to donate, it would help me out so much, and we have something really cool. I have lots of really cool stuff planned. Here is the room code. I can't pin it because it will cover up Swirl's pin, but maybe I could just put it on screen. Maybe I'll do that. Room code. It'll be fun for now if you check this over. But yeah, if you guys want to join and go, whatever the hell this game is called, you're free to do so. Just in my games room, so it's not like super. It's got me on the monitor here. I'm assuming that's mums. Hi mums. Hi cat boy. But I have all my withered stuff. Having that strange lips. I should not be having a soda this late at night. This is just gonna keep me up. We're talking about staying up. So napping just feels good. Napping just not. I don't know, but I'm like a year-round napper. Though I kind of hate the winter because it goes dark early, so you feel a bit weird napping in the afternoon because like when you wake up you're like, oh my god, it's already bedtime, which is the same as normal. I feel like I had other stuff to tell you guys and I can't remember what it was. This is what I mean by I'm tired. No, so it is a 24-hour drink. I'm trying to like cut down on, I really should cut down on my sugar intake. Sugar's not good for you. And I will be honest, guys, you need to hold me accountable. Since I started this donathon, my diet has not been very good. It hasn't been off. It's not the fact that I'm eating unhealthy. I'm eating about the same, but I'm not eating enough. Yeah. Yeah. You drink soda? Mom, but what are you talking about? It's just the Cloudy Pear Strangelove one that I like. It's like an Australian soda brand. I like me a pretentious soda. Yeah. Should fix it. Thank you. It's not soda water. I don't like soda water. We've had this conversation before. You can tell I'm tired because my voice is very like... I have the flat effect at the moment. I think with someone... I don't know. I live alone. I don't cuddle with anyone. I don't let people touch me. Soda water is evil. If you guys haven't heard the story, I shared the story, you don't like cola. Yeah, I'm not a cola. I don't hate it. Like, if someone is like, if there's no drinks available and someone's like, do you want a Coke? I'll probably drink it, but I'm not a cola drinker. I like Sprite. I don't mind Fanta. I love Dr. Pepper. Some people think it's controversial, but I actually really, really like Dr. Pepper a lot. There's like other common sodas. Like in New Zealand, LMP, I'll like occasionally have an LMP. Yeah, but no, I'm not like a huge, I don't know, I'm not a huge ginger beer. I like ginger beer. I like ginger beer a lot. Often I'll have ginger beer if I'm feeling a little funny because ginger is good for your stomach. I've never had the cherry and vanilla, just the regular Dr. Pepper, because but I love Dr. Pepper. Some people think like really, because some people really, It's a very, I get it, it's a really weird flavor, but I really like Dr. Pepper. Soda water. I'm a few vanilla Coke. I don't know, I don't like vanilla Coke. That's what I think is odd. Have you tried Sprite with tea? No, but I have had Pilk before, which is Pepsi and milk. Sprite and tea. Would that just be like, I feel like that would just be like a fizzy iced tea, wouldn't it? The soda water is evil. Me and Mumbo shared this story. I think it was after Among Us. Like last week when we played with everyone. So me and Mums are all besties and we go out every week. I have shared this story before, but some of you might have not heard it. I'm trying to get to an old lady. But every week we go out to brunch with an IRL friend of ours and we try a different like brunch spot in our city every weekend. And that weekend we'd gone out before the Among Us game and the place we went was lovely. We had nice drinks, we had like nice food, but this place just gives you soda water. They don't ask and they don't offer you still water. They're just like, here is a cup of carbonated water, and that is such a polarizing drink. I don't know why they do that. All of us don't like it. The three of us that were sitting at that table. And I remember we were like, as a joke, we all cheers, and our one IRL friend, she was like, I'm not drinking this. And I took a sip and I was like, nah. You don't make tea and add to Sprite. You know, tea bag, it gives the Sprite a more flavor than it. But that, to me, that sounds like, but wouldn't that be like iced tea? I guess it wouldn't be like iced tea. I guess iced tea you do have to like brew the tea. That's not really brewing the tea. I'll try it sometime. Especially since there's so many types of tea you can try. I have one here that I feel like would taste pretty good with that. I have a pear. Pineapple and something else. I don't remember now. Lulu stream. Very quiet, EP Lulu stream. The Hello Guardian. You know, I tried kiwi blue soda water and it wasn't that bad. The stuff they had was ooh. Really? I feel like all fizzy water is kind of the same. I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things you either really like or you don't. I feel like it's something that should be really good. That's what annoys me. Fizzy water should be nice, but it's not. By the way, guys, if you guys were here yesterday when we were playing Cult of Lamb, I was talking about how I started that book. Like, I was in town, again, after breakfast with Mumbo this weekend, this past one. And our friend, we went to afterwards we went, for a little walk around the town. I went to a bookshop and I found this random novel. I just picked it up off a shelf and I was like, this looks kind of interesting. It looks a little bit trashy, but it looks kind of intriguing. So when I went home, I bought the ebook version. I've been reading it on my Kindle. I'm nearly finished. I started it yesterday. No, Saturday. I started it Saturday night. I'm nearly finished. I don't know what's taken over me after years. I think my curse of that my English Lit degree put on me, where I stopped enjoying reading leisurely, is gone. I can't remember the author's name. Let me look it up. It's called Punk 57, but I don't remember the author's name. Punk 57, Penelope Douglas. There's actually some reviews. It's got some like decent. I'm not looking at reviews, but yeah, it's like I'm already looking at, like, it's honestly like, here's the thing about this book. I'm gonna give you a review. I'm not finished. Maybe I'll do a stream this Donathon that is like, I read a book, a VTuber who can read. I'm gonna do a review of this book as a VTuber. Because here's the thing, I am like enjoying it. It's very interesting. This book is so toxic. Holy shit. One, I hate both of the main characters. Both the main characters, Misha and Ryan, they are both horrible people. They are, I don't like either of them. Like, Ryan is just up herself, and like, I don't like any of the decisions. Like, the book tries to make you understand, but I find her really obnoxious. And Misha is just an asshole. I'm sorry. I don't like either of them. It's, what are it? Like, I don't like either of them. And I just saw, when I looked up who the author was, I saw like the like a tagline of a Goodreads review, and honestly I agree. Look, not to be like quote unquote too woke or whatever, this book does like not pass the Bechdel test. Like, I don't think there are no positive female friendships. Like Ryan has one female friend called Lila that she fucking hates. To be fair, Lila is not a nice person. Everyone in this book is a terrible person, which I kind of think is the point. So if you weren't here, quick summary, basically, if you weren't here yesterday when I talked about it during Cult of the Lamb, plot of Punk 57 is there is two characters, Misha and Ryan, and they live like a town over, so their towns are about 30 minutes apart. And when they were kids, they were put into an assignment in school where they were given a pen pal in the neighboring town by their teachers. So, but because of a mix-up, because obviously Misha is a decidedly quite feminine name and Ryan is a decidedly quite masculine name, both of their teachers thought the other was the same gender. So like Misha's teacher knew Misha was a boy, and when they saw Ryan on the list of shoes, they were like, oh, okay, Ryan must be a dude, right? And then vice versa, Ryan's teacher knew Ryan was a girl, but then saw the name Misha and was like, Misha sounds pretty feminine. So they thought they were putting it because they were supposed to be. Turns out no, which when I first saw it, I thought I read the back wrong because I guess I have no media literacy. I just have no literacy skills. But I thought that it was going to be Toxic Yuri and that Misha was also a girl. I did the same thing as the teacher. But basically, they start being pen pals and they write to each other, and they're only meant to do it for like a year, but they keep doing it for years and years and years up until like they're both 18 now in the book. And they have a rule where they're like sort of unwritten, but they're not meant to look each other up on social media. They can't phone call. They can't exchange photos. They just communicate through their letters. And by happenstance, they end up meeting it because like Misha's in a band because he's a bad boy. And they're having this thing, and just by happenstance, at the opening of the book, he actually finds Ryan at this gig that they're doing, and he realizes it's her after a few events. Like, he hears people call her name and ends up looking her up, and he's like, oh my god, it is the Ryan that I've been writing. And because she doesn't, basically because Misha's a dick, because she doesn't perfectly match, I guess, the image that he had in his head that he'd built up for 7 years of what Ryan was like he saw her, like, he thought she was gonna be, honestly, like, he honestly was picturing, like, a manic pixie dream girl, I'm gonna be real, like, he was expecting her to be like other girls and be really different, and then he saw her and he was like, one, she's really hot, which complicates things, two, he was like, she's superficial and all of her friends are like catty and like she's the popular cheerleader and that's not what I expected my Ryan to be, which I just think is toxic and disgusting. He had this image he'd built up for 7 years and when she didn't match it perfectly, he decided, I hate her. Which is just fucked up. Ryan doesn't realize it's him and doesn't get his name, and then basically through other events, like Misha goes through a tragedy not long after they meet, and then they don't see each other for like 3 months and he stops writing her, and then he ends up transferring to her school when they're going to graduate. Again, they're both 18 in like 6 weeks, for not because of her, for like a different reason that's still not very clear in the book. It's told from, it switches between their point of views every chapter. So he uses a fake name and goes by Mason, and so Ryan meets him, and then this guy, for Ryan, who's very clearly quite an insecure girl, like she's very guarded. Again, I don't like Ryan. I don't think she's very nice at all. Oh, from her side, this random guy that she doesn't know transfers into her school, shows up in her class, and then randomly basically starts bullying her. Like, he's like really cruel. Misha, who she thinks is named Mason and doesn't know this is the Misha from her letters, is like, why is this guy such a douchebag? Like, he's awful to her, and then she's kind of awful back, but I feel like it's a little bit justified, and she is like a douchey on again off again relationship, and like Misha doesn't like that because he doesn't like the dude. It's like, I'm explaining it really bad, but basically I'm really enjoying it, but it's just watching two of like the worst people you've ever met fall in love. Also, there's like a lot of smut in it. I was getting that vibe when I was reading. It's like, I wonder if this is going to be like a book talk book, if this is like horny. Yes, it is. It's like very horny. But it's just, I hate both of these people. And but I need to finish it, guys. I need to know how it ends. Where I'm up to now, I guess spoilers if you want to read it. Ryan has just figured out that Mason is Misha. She's like, and she's just like basically blown up because he's kept this secret after like they've known each other for weeks. Because I just explained that they're IRL. He showed up at her school, her high school like, graduation. So that's how it's horny, because they're physically around each other now. But again, Misha knows this is Ryan, and he's decided because she's not exactly like her letters, and he's like, she's weak, I thought she was strong, and basically again, he was like, I thought she wasn't like other girls. But no, she's like a popular goody girl cheerleader, and she has her reasons for acting this, but again, she hates everybody around her, which I just think makes her really honest. She's like, I hate my girl who's meant to be her best friend. Again, to be fair, Lila is pretty superficial and not very nice and clearly doesn't like Ryan either, but it's like Ryan has like got these reasons for hanging around these people. It's like, they are safe, and she's like, but Misha constantly points out like, no one really likes you. And he's kind of right. Sorry, I just saw something on my screen. Yeah, I don't know, I don't like either of these people, and I'm very interested. I like Misha slightly more than Ryan, because he's gone through a tragedy recently, so it kind of makes sense that he's acting out, but he's also just awful to Ryan in the beginning. Like, shockingly awful. It's weirdly, I wouldn't call the book dark, but it's not, it's very toxic. And again, there is something to be said about the fact that, like, there are no positive, like, there are no good female characters except, like, quote-unquote good. I don't like Ryan. Like, Ryan has a male friend that she does actually quite like, but she doesn't, but they're not particularly, like, complicated. His name is 10, like the number, which I think it's short for, like, somehow it's short for, like, Theodore or something. I don't know. His name is 10. I think it's stupid, but whatever. Anyway, 10 is, he's nice. I like him. He's just, like, her friend, but she's a little bit worried that he's not loyal because he's also friends with Lila. And again, Ryan has, like, this douchey, not boyfriend called Trey, who is just objectively, like, the most cookie-cutter, stereotypical, basic arsehole jock character. He has no depth. He has no substance beyond that. He is just, like, I am an arsehole, and I say homophobic slurs, and I like looking at tits. And that's, like, Trey's entire character. He is not interesting. And I feel like they could have made him a little bit more, you know, I get that you need an antagonist of some kind, but I'm like, also, like, Ryan is like, well, it's just, you know, the jock and the cheerleader, because she has this image she likes to keep up, and there seems to be building to a reason why she's like this, of something that happened as a kid where she's extremely guarded and it has to be, like, trying to project this very specific image of herself. But I could go on for hours, and maybe I will. I think I will when I finish. I think I'm going to do a stream, and it's just me reviewing the book. Because I have so many things to say. I'm enjoying reading it, but I don't like it. Which is why I've been reading so much of it. That and, like, the porn parts. No. It's just, I don't know. Because obviously they've had a big, where I'm at now, they've had a big falling out because she's like, she's obviously found out, and she's angry because she's like, you had all this time to tell me that you were Misha and you haven't. And understandable, because I don't really get why he never told her. I mean, I do, but it's hard to explain, and I don't agree. I guess his reasoning is because he didn't show up. He's not like being a stalker. He didn't show up at her high school to find her. That wasn't what happened. He's got something else going on, and there's weirdly a mystery element. I'm trying to figure out why he's doing this. I know it probably has to do with his sister who died in the beginning of the book, but yeah, I read it for the plot. You're right. Look, why is this an issue? Come on, let people enjoy. But honestly, like, I don't know if I really want to read about two terrible, terrible people I don't like getting it on. Again, I hate Misha and I hate Ryan. They're shitty, shitty people. I like Misha just a little bit more. I really don't like Ryan, but I still don't like Misha, because I think Misha is like... He's one of those characters where if you, like, read about him when you were younger, you'd probably be like, oh my god, he's like the sexy musician bad boy, and he's like toxic, and he's like, you know, he's like dangerous. And then but I read it as an adult woman, and I'm like, if I knew this man, I would want to get a restraining order. Like, I find him so nasty. Again, like the first time he interacts with Ryan beyond the first time they meet, where they like meet at the party, when he comes to school, she goes up to talk to him over something happens. She goes up to him. He basically assaults her in the middle of their school lunchroom. Like, assault is a very strong word, but like he physically like handles her somewhat violently and like quite creepily, and it's like meant to be like confrontational. And I'm like, I remember I was physically reading there and my eyes went, oh, what the fuck? Why did he do that? And I still don't fully get why he did it. There was like, it was really weird. Because again, he decides he hates her, and then she decides she hates him because he's a douchebag to her. So it's fair, to be fair. I don't like Ryan, but like fair. But they're both two very broken, stupid people who are trying to like one-up each other, but they're also attracted to each other, but also they have all this weird baggage of like they've known each other for 7 years of these letters, and it's a weird book. I sometimes like one-dimensional characters. Other characters well, that's the thing, is the characters are complaining that Trey is kind of just a boring, dumb jock. And then, yeah, I wish there were more... I get why Ryan is seen as a character who has, like, no real friends, but it does feel kind of nasty, the fact that there are, like, no positive... The only positive female character that was in it was probably, from the little bit we got of her, was Misha's sister Annie. But she dies in the first chapter. Alright, good night, James. Thank you for listening to me rant about this book. I was supposed to be writing my own stuff, but I'm too busy being angry at these two characters. I don't know. There's a subplot about graffiti in the school, which was really intriguing, but they reveal, like, the story behind it very early. They reveal, like, who it is very early on, and it's a little bit predictable, and it's kind of dumb. That's where the title comes from, the punk bit, but it's just, like, I guess, spoiler, I don't know. If you guys can't tell, as much as I am very invested in this book, and again, I've nearly finished it in 2 days. I have not been able to finish a novel in years because of just, everything. I'm clearly that the author is doing something right. I'm not hate reading it. It's not like complete trash. It's well written. I like their writing voice. I think it's good. I did find one error. I don't know if it's only in the ebook version, but there was one bit where a teacher's name was like not capitalized at all, and I was very annoyed by that. Yeah, but there's no, like, she doesn't have any, like, teachers that she's, like, close to, you know, like a positive female teacher. She's not close to her mum. Both of them have a parent out. Like, I think Misha's left when he was young, and I can't remember if Ryan's is dead or also left, but Ryan has a sister who is also equally, like, not a nice person, who's been in, like, 2 scenes. I think her name is Carson, and again, her and Carson, like, don't like each other, and I'm like, why is nobody... Give me, like, a female character that, like, Ryan has a positive relationship to. Again, the only one who seemed like a good person was Misha's younger sister, but she dies. Literally, like, it's not a spoiler, it's, like, the first chapter. And there seems to be something up. I'm wondering if her death had something to do with why... Ooh, Raid. Raid. Hello! Hello. On YouTube. I didn't get the notif. Apologies, but I see the hashtag. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? What's up? I'm in a very heated... I went to be studying and playing golf. but I'm ranting about a novel I've been reading. It's just, yeah. How are you guys? Welcome in, welcome in. Sorry, I didn't get the notice, so I'm like, I hope I haven't like missed and you've been here for a while. I just saw the hashtag, but hello. How was your stream? How was it going? Great. I'm really sorry I don't recognize the hashtag. So I don't know who's raiding me. I'm very sorry. Crooked Gamer, it's probably you, because it matches your... it matches the hashtag. Hello, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? On YouTube if Twitch is confused. It's good to see you. We're doing a little late night again study, but I'm just ranting about a book I've been reading. I have a lot to say. I have so much to say. We were supposed to be playing Dispatch, but I'm very tired tonight. It's Lulu cooking. It's been all good with streaming Monster Hunter. Ah, fun, 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 fun. I never played a Monster Hunter game, but I've always wanted to. When I get a better PC that can like handle bigger games, that's one of the ones that I've put it like on my list. But yeah, if you guys are new here, my name is Lulu. I am a butcher sheep VTuber. I like things comfy as well as spooky. Welcome into the Wilted Rose Butchery. Currently, I am having my 3.0 donathon. You can see the meter at the top of the screen. That is actually part 2. My wonderful livestock completely smashed our first deposit, which was absolutely incredible, and we're already on to part 2 within under 2 weeks, which was insane. If you would like to contribute or see what goals we have, those on YouTube are both down in the description. But also, if you guys, it's probably pretty late, I'm not sure where you are, but you're not chained to the stream. If you need to go eat, sleep, do whatever, you can head on off, but we would be more than welcome to have you. This was supposed to be me writing, and it's just turned into me absolutely just ranting about a book I've been reading. I hope you had a good stream though, Kruka. I hope Monster Hunter was fun. Yeah. By the way, guys, I'm gonna give a controversial opinion. You know those I think you can only really do it on Twitch. I don't think it works on YouTube, but there is like some redeems people have where it will like play a random clip from the streamer who raids. I hate that. It happened yesterday. I love my friend Midnight. If you were there, I raided into Midnight. The clip it pulled was like 4 years old. It was when I was still a PNG tuber, and I was like, why is this the clip that it picks? Maybe I need to go and delete my old clips, but I like having them there. I don't know. It's not a feature I'm a fan of. I just find it kind of embarrassing because sometimes I have clips in there that aren't really interesting either. It's just sort of like maybe I don't know. I get that maybe it's meant to advertise the person, that you can see them doing something great, but I don't know. My clips are all kind of a mess on Twitch, so I would just prefer if it would just say hi rated, and then yeah. I just find it kind of embarrassing, so that will never be a feature at a ROADKILLROSE Rose stream, because I feel like, again, again, the clip that Midnight it ended up pulling was, again, like, one of the first clips ever, like, I saw the clip, if you're, like, an OG ROADKILLROSE Rose watcher, it was back when I had if you guys remember, OG ROADKILLROSE Rose lore, for anyone who's new. So when I started streaming, I had a PNG tuber, and there's probably some clips from like my first like 3 streams. I think that I've still got a few clips from those streams somewhere deep down in the depths of Twitch. So I had a PNG. That PNG, I had to stop using it like right after I first started streaming, because my first ever PNG from when I started, like a week after I started streaming, the artist who drew it got like turbo cancelled, and I did not feel comfortable putting their art on my streams anymore. They've since left the internet. I don't think they've ever come back. I've never seen any art that looks like theirs. I'm not going to get into why. Again, this is ancient. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. Like yeah, but I remember it very vividly. Yeah, and so I got I started for a while, I streamed with a chibi that I had that didn't have any of like the PNG tuber open and close mouths. It was literally just a random transparent chibi PNG that I had of me. That was the clip. The clip was that PNG. That, if you remember, that one, it was like me kind of leaning back and smirking. I think the artist of that one was Pastry Bear. I think. It's very cute chibi. It was a very cute chibi of Dream Lulu. That was the clip. And I think it was when I played like the PS1 like demo haunted disc or whatever. Like that was like one of my first streams. I'm like, why did it pull that clip? It wasn't even Butcher era Lulu, which I've been the Butcher for a very long time. So I'm not a fan of that feature on that. A controversial spicy Twitch opinion. I hate that feature that pulls the random clip. Because I feel like it is not an accurate representation of the streamer that is rating you because you don't know what era it's coming from. They could have changed a lot. I don't know. This is not a goth stream. This is just Lulu like screaming and shouting about things that make her angry. Maybe I needed a good rant. Maybe this is just like a therapy session. But yeah, that's my opinion anyway. But embarrassing. But like embarrassing, but it's not in a way where it's like calling the streamer out. It's just basically old content that maybe they've moved on from, and I don't think it's a good representation, because you can like embarrass a streamer currently and like that's still a representation of their current self. I say stupid stuff. I'm shit at like every game I play. If you saw Cult of Lamb yesterday where I just died over and over and over again to Kalamar, like I was just having such a bad run at Cult of Lamb. I was like, I had a rage moment where I like lost when the boss had like a sliver of health and I just died and I couldn't sacrifice anyone and I screamed and had like a total toxic gamer moment. I'm like, that's okay. That's kind of embarrassing to do that on stream, but that's current modern Lulu streaming, not Lulu from like 4 years ago before she even had a model. Not that you need a model to stream, by the way. I'm just saying like it was like such an early incarnation of ROADKILLROSE that it felt very weird to me. I was like, why did it pull this one? It's very weird. Anyway, sorry, I was talking about that book I was reading. What else can I say about it? I haven't looked up any reviews. I literally started reading, which I think is what I think is kind of important for books, because I don't know, I wanted to go into it blind. I don't know anything about the author. I just saw the book in a bookshop, picked it up. And yeah, I hate both of them. I don't know if the intent, I'm hoping the intention is you're not supposed to like Ryan or Misha, because I don't like either of them. I think they are both horrible, 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 horrible people. I'm intrigued to see how it will end. In some ways, even though like I think their relationship is bad, I don't know, there is part of me that's like, maybe I'm a little bit of a hopeless romantic and I'm stupid. I kind of do want to see them end up together. I don't want to know either of these, you know, I wouldn't want to be friends with either of these people, but I don't know. At least Ryan has someone in her life that she doesn't completely hate. This is my first time. God, it's so perfect. She's very cute. Thank you, Axel. Have you played this game, Axel? Axel, you've come in such an odd time. I've just been doing like, this feels like something you'd be into. I've just been doing a really in-depth rant about a book I've been reading. I've been like doing a ROADKILLROSE book review. I think I want to do like a proper review of it, like not just screaming on stream, which will still be that. So I wanted to talk about, so tomorrow we're going to dispatch like I was supposed to do tonight. It's just I did not have the energy tonight, which will be fun. And we're going to finish dispatch, and then I'm waiting. I should be getting, actually, let me look this up. I'm meant to be getting a package this week from a friend that will contain some cosmetics, and I thought it might be kind of fun to do like I think I talked about this, I want to do like a get ready with me stream where I just test out the new I just want to track the package and see where it is, because if it's in New Zealand it will probably arrive for the end of this week. Please enter your tracking number. I will do that. I have it copied right here. No, it's still in Hong Kong. Package. It's like, yes, makeup. It's some flower nose makeup for the Lapin, because it's so much easier to buy. I've said it before. If you want to buy flower nose, because it's very pretty packaging, a lot of people want. Try and find a way to buy it from within Asia, because it's like the price difference between buying it from within Asia and the global site is actually kind of criminal. It's insane. So I often just buy through my friend Lapan, yeah, so I bought some stuff on her behalf and it has been posted. Also there's some sweets in there, some Hong Kong sweets, so I'm quite excited for it to arrive. So this week, I forgot Friday is Waitangi Day, so I forgot that I have work off this week on Friday. I've only got a 4-day work week. I'd completely blanked on that. I don't know how, because I knew it was Waitangi Day, but it never occurred to me. I was like, oh yeah, public holiday, I have the day off. Till my boss mentioned it this morning. She was like, it's a 4-day week this week, and I went, it's a long weekend this weekend, and I was like, what? And she was like, Friday's Waitangi Day, and I went, oh yeah. So I don't have to work on Friday, which is nice. So I'm hoping this arrives before, if it's coming from Hong Kong, it usually doesn't take that long to get to New Zealand. So I'm hoping this will arrive before the end of this week, and then maybe Friday morning, either Friday morning or Saturday morning, I'd like to do like a try on of the products. But yeah, good for you. Oh, do you have one of those jobs that make you work on a public holiday pantry? I'm sorry, my last job was like that. You get time and a half, which is kind of nice, but like, I like having the public holidays off. I hope you get time and a half. If your job doesn't, that sucks. So Mumbo said a big thing about horrible people. I remember watching a particular movie which I won't name, and a majority of the characters are horrible people. The writer and director has said they tried to make them as horrible as possible. Unfortunately, they are considered male icons to the less informed. Ah. Oh damn, that's... Ew. Yeah. I don't know if the author of this book wanted both Misha and Ryan to be terrible people, because it seems like it is trying to justify why they act the way they do. Ryan, again, it seems to be building... Sorry guys, I'm so scared. You can tell I'm tired because I'm like going through like 14 topics at one time. Not work. But Misha, like, it's just... God, they're terrible people. I feel kind of bad because, again, Ryan seems to have, like, no positive people in her life, but some of it I don't want to blame her. Like, I feel like her sister is just a nasty person. Her mum is, like, barely present. Her mum is there. She lives at home with her mum, but, like, her mum is such a non-entity in this. She just said that, like, her and her mum don't really like each other, and I'm like, okay, why? I don't even think I can remember what her mum does for a living. There's a little bit more with Misha's dad, and I quite like Misha's dad. I feel kind of bad for Misha's dad. Really bad, actually. I would like to know more about him. I feel terrible for him, but because Misha's difficult. He's a difficult son. And he's lost his daughter at the beginning of the story, and yeah. I don't know, I keep thinking about it. What's the book? Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. I've read it, almost finished the entire thing in like 2 days. Basically, people here have already heard the story. I was out shopping in town with mums the other day, and we went into a bookshop, and I saw it there, and I just like thought it looked kind of, I was like, you know what? Screw it, this looks kind of interesting. I flicked through the premise on the back. I'm stupid. I thought I misread the back. I thought it was going to be like toxic Yuri. It wasn't. It's a straight romance, which is fine. I was just initially, when I read the back, the blurb, I was like, oh, they're both chicks, because I'm stupid. I did the, anyway. But when I got home, I bought the ebook version, and I'm like, I'm just going to read this, and it's, the thing is that I am, in a way, I've read it all in like 2 days, almost. I'm nearly finished. And I am really, obviously I'm enjoying reading it. I just hate both of the characters. And it's meant to be a romance. Yeah, I think I did pick up like a book talk book. I've never heard it. I tried to not look up any reviews and stuff. I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna download it. I'm gonna see what it's like. I want like an easy to read. It's a very easy to read book. Again, I actually like Douglas's writing voice. I think it's like, it's very easy to read. It's just, God, I hate both of these characters. They are both horrible people. It's very toxic. You know, fair warning. It's smutty. I already said it's like smutty in places, which is like, some people aren't into it. I love flawed characters, but give me something to latch onto. Exactly. But these two aren't... It would, again, I understand why Ryan has no positive, like, friendships in her life, apart from kind of that one 10 guy, but, like, they have a very, like, surface level friendship, like, that's literally brought up in the book. She's like, it's a very easy, like, nothing's complicated, they don't really know each other that well, it's just like, they see each other and she gets along with him. And that's fine. At first I thought the book was kind of building towards, in the beginning, I was getting kind of nervous because I thought it was going to be one of those, which is weirdly a very common trope, where like, you have like, typically you'll have a female character and then 2 male characters, but it's not a typical love triangle. Like, the first one that comes to mind would be like Twilight, where kind of in that, you kind of, I guess it's kind of obvious that it's probably going to go towards Edward, but like, Jacob, it's really weird that I'm using Twilight as the example, but just bear with me. There are people who are adamantly team Jacob, and like, you could feasibly see, oh, Bella could end up with either of these guys. But like, in this, I thought it was building to like, Ryan kind of likes 10, and 10 is a very nice, well put together, like, he's just a nice guy. He's just, not like a nice guy, but like a genuinely just like a nice dude. And she probably should go after him, but then the bad boy Misha comes along, and then she's like, I'm gonna date him instead, and Misha's just an absolute C-word to 10. But no, 10 I think is just like, there are a few lines that maybe Ryan kind of has romantic feelings for 10, but like, it's literally 4, like, I think it's basically they're more just mates. But I don't like Ryan. I think she's not a nice person. She's like, but I don't like Misha because Misha is such an asshole because she wasn't exactly how he'd pictured her in the letters. He was suddenly like, I hate her. Like, not even just like, oh, I'm a little disappointed that she didn't live up to this image I'd built over writing these letters back and forth all these years. It's literally like, he's like, she sucks. She's so fake. She's plastic. I hate her. And it was like this really dark mirror of like the manic pixie dream girl trope almost. I feel like I'm giving the book too much credit by saying that. But I haven't talked about, sorry guys, I haven't talked about a book in a while, and I'm like, I want to talk about it. Again, there is a mystery element to it. I don't know why Misha's come to Ryan's hometown, because it's not for her, it's for something else, and I want to know why. It had another mystery. I'm talking in circles. I want someone else to read it so we can like talk about it, but it's not, I don't think it's a book that like anyone I know would enjoy. I just have really weird taste. I want to do more. Well, here's the thing guys, I put out the feelers today, I want to do a VTuber book club, but the replies were either kind of, some of the people were nice, but like most of them I got replies from friends who were like, if only I knew how to read, but I'm a VTuber. And I'm like, y'all, this is the Lulu stream of hot takes. I hate that joke. Oh my god. If someone makes a joke of like, I hate reading or I can't read, I like, it's, you know, The Sims, I'm sorry, this is even people that I really enjoy in Friends, I'm sorry, but you know in The Sims how if they have a bad interaction you see that symbol with the little minus? I get that when people do that. Anti-intellectualism isn't cute. Sorry. That's the spicy Lulu take. I'm sorry. I know that it's just being funny. I'm like, pick up a fucking book. Do you read fan fiction? Then you read. Then you don't hate reading. Like, sorry, it's something I've always hated growing up. Being the weird girl that used to sit on her laptop during breaks at school and try and work on a shitty novel, you know, and having like weird kids jeer at her, I think did some sort of weird psychological damage to me. We live in a world where like no one has media literacy anymore, like please pick up a fucking book. Like I can't read. People who say they struggle to read because they lack an attention span is different, because I get that. And I'm the same. Again, this is the first time I've been able to read for like really sit down and like sink my teeth into for ages, because I guess like the pandemic and uni and stuff kind of shot my own attention span. That's different. I don't mind if people say like I just struggle to get into books, I struggle sitting down. That's fine, that's different. But if people actively, like, make it, like, a cute, funny joke of, like, I can't read, like, I'm, like, because I'm a VTuber or something, it pisses me off. I'm sorry. Or, you know, I'm gonna have water. That's how I feel. Which book are you thinking first? Well, the thing is with the first ep, I don't know because I don't know who I'm gonna have join. I feel like I'm probably, I really want to do it, but I don't know if I have enough interest from people. The only person who seemed there were two. It was Gigi and another VTuber replied to me on Twitter who seemed genuinely really excited. So they could join because I need people who actually want to read the book, but some people were kind of weird about it. I don't know. Yeah. You cannot read. They simply never got an education. I thought it was... That's really sad. People who can't read, that's so sad. That's really sad. That's not funny. Who can't read? I hope... Anyway. Make myself reading. Well, that's what I did. I just was like... I don't know why this one random trashy, like, TikTok book is what got me to read. I think I just read the back and it sounded kind of like... It sounded easy to read, but kind of intriguing. So I was like, I'm gonna sit down and just read this Punk 57. Again, I don't dislike it, but I hate literally every character. But maybe that's the point. But it also is a romance. And with a romance, you should want to watch them get together. And I guess in some ways I do kind of want Ryan and Misha to end up together because... I don't know. Maybe because I'm stupid. And I am like, well, they are telling me they should be together, so I'm going to say that they should be. Yeah. My bookshelf is almost entirely filled. I've never joined a book club because I always felt like buying a new book every time would be difficult. That's the only thing I have. I have to make that a caveat. It's like you have to be able to obtain a copy of the book. But I've said to people, there was one guy who asked, like, if I have, like, they had a... You know, if there's issues with me having a physical book, can I have the ebook or the audiobook? And I said, of course, why would that be an issue? Like, of course, go for it. Just... Does this mean Lulu endorses toxic ships? I don't know. I feel like it's a case-by-case basis. It depends. I don't know. I feel like this is going to get into one of those, like, pro-shipper versus anti-rants, and I'm not online enough to care about that. I think there's a place, if there's a time and place for it, you know, you can enjoy stuff. We need to be able to process dark things, and I feel like sometimes people like a toxic relationship because it can create interesting stories. That doesn't mean that I endorse it IRL. I saw a really good rant about that on, I think it was, a girl was talking about an episode of Bluey, of all things. And just bear with me. Okay, one, I love Bluey, okay? My mum got me a mug for Christmas that is chili and Bluey on it, and I nearly cried. I love Bluey. Bluey is an amazing show. But this woman who I think was like a child psychologist talked about this one episode of Bluey. And the episode of Bluey is called Copycat, if you've never seen it. And for a quick rundown of the episode, starts off with Bluey and her dad Bandit playing, and basically she does that thing that little kids do where they copy everything you do, like her dad, you know, she'd do everything her dad said. And her dad's good, like Bandit's a really cool guy, or dog. And they're playing along. And they go out and they walk around town and they're around their neighborhood and they find an injured bird. And they stop the game, this copycat game, and basically they take the bird to the vet. And essentially the bird dies, and the vet tells Bluey about this. Bluey in the show is about 6 years old, you know, in a very gentle way. It's like, hey, the budgie passed, you know, the budgie died, I'm so sorry. And Bluey, you know, says to her dad in the car, she said, I didn't want the budgie to die. And she's really sad, and he's like, you know, this is sort of Bandit's first time, I guess, addressing death seriously to Bluey, and he's like, you can't really, sometimes things just are. I can't remember what he says. He says something. It's been ages since I saw the episode. Anyway, when she gets home, she starts to play pretend with her little sister, Bingo, and her mum, Chili. And essentially, Chili, I think, plays the vet nurse. And they play out this little scenario where they have this bird. And then Chili is like, yay, the bird lived, when they play this scenario. And then Bluey's like, no, the bird needs to die. And Chili is a bit taken aback by this and is like, you want the bird to die in this? And Bluey is like, yeah. So they do it again, and like Chili plays along, and she's like, oh, the bird passed away. And this is sort of, and then Bluey's okay, and then they continue on playing. And I think it's a really interesting way of how that's how Bluey kind of processed this really heavy thing by going and taking it into a safe place and acting it out as like a bit of pretend. And that's how she processed this dark scenario. And so I think with adults and like dark fiction, I think it's important, like, we need to be able to learn to process really heavy emotions. I love Bluey, sorry, I forgot about Bluey forever. But yeah, so I guess going back to what Patchy read, this is not a study stream. Why have we got Goth open? This is not a study stream, this is just me talking about books, but in media. But I think it's, I know that the question is just meant to be silly, does Lulu endorse toxic ships? I don't know, honestly, I'm not someone who engages in shipping culture in like any fandom I'm in ever, and I never really have. It's just not something that particularly interests me. I think it's because I'm a little bit grey ace. I like reading about romance and I like watching characters get together, but okay, I'm a little bit ace arrow, and so I've found over the years, and so when shipping culture has just never really intrigued me. I can enjoy watching characters get together, and I can understand why people like a certain ship in a TV show or movie or whatever, but it's just not something that I really like give a shit about. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I grew up in too many toxic fandom spaces where shipping like ruined everything, so I've just been always keeping it at like an arm's length, but this is a really weird stream. Mumbo left a big, what has Mumbo said? I do dislike where it says, if you like this bad character, it must be because you adores. Yeah, that's the thing. If people do that, they're stupid. Like, you can hate bad people. You can hate bad people. What a horrible fucking... I'm very tight. I was gonna say, you can hate bad characters, but you can like bad characters, but that doesn't reflect your endorsement. I'm tired, guys. You can hate bad characters. It's like saying people die when they are killed. What am I talking about? Guys, anyway. I was talking about something. So, as I was saying, this week, Dispatch tomorrow, I need to play the Rage game that we funded, because I said that there was going to be a Rage game. And the one I'm going to do is, I think we're going to do Agree, because it's sort of a recent one, and it looks... I've seen only tiny bits of people playing it. I'm going in pretty blind. I know the gist of it, but I don't know how to solve any of the puzzles at all. I've purposely kept away because I want to play it. It just looks like it's going to be really funny. Agree, so... I think we'll do Agree. Probably, maybe that'll be Wednesday? Maybe? I want to do this. I'm hoping this package from Lapin arrives. Also, people seem to really want the book reviews. So, like, do you guys... I know I've kind of given one here, but I could do a more organized one where I, like, write out my thoughts, rather than me just sort of going off on a rant. Do you guys want me to do a book review stream where I review this Punk 57 book? Because maybe that would be, because if I can't get the book club, if I can't get enough interest, maybe I could just do a lonely person book club with all of you guys. Yeah, I could do a book review stream. That could be fun. Yeah, maybe we'll do a book review stream. Also, I was supposed to be writing. I've been working on a piece. That could be fun. Maybe I'll do that on, like, either I'll do that, like, Thursday, or if the project package from Lapin arrives, what could be kind of fun is if I do it while I'm doing... You know how there are those girls that, like, do their makeup while they talk about true crime? What if I do that, but also review a book instead of true crime. Also, I'm a VTuber, so you can't see me putting the makeup on my face, but I thought I could just like try the products and sit here and like do my makeup and talk to you all while I do like a proper formal review where I'm not shouting about how much I hate these two characters. I will talk about how much I hate these two characters calmly. Plus, I need to finish the book. I'm nearly finished. I have like, I think like 25% of the book to go, I think. Probably a little bit less, actually, now that I think about it. I must be nearly finished. I think I'm probably gonna finish it by Wednesday night, I think, if I read about as much as I've been reading. Because I'll read a little bit more before I go to sleep tonight. I've got nothing done during the study stream. I've just screamed at you guys. But it had a very nice, pleasant background of me doing this. That could be very nice, like, calming. And I thought maybe we could do that either Friday or Saturday morning. Saturday, I have an appointment. I won't be able to do my normal Saturday time. Usually what I've been doing with the Donathon is I stream between like 10 AM to like, I guess I could do it at 10 AM, but I have a appointment early in the afternoon where I'm getting, I'm getting the hair ripped out of my... What the hell? At first I read this and I was about to say like, I thought this was some sort of, I'm really sorry in your revision. I was about to be like, mods, can you get this spam bot out of here? I thought it was like someone being like, my wife is sick, can you like donate to my GoFundMe or something? But no, you're fine. Thank you. Hello. Why is she keeps asking for cold medicine? Very good. Hello, welcome in. This is a very weird stream. We are not doing any studying. I'm just screaming and trying to figure out what I'm doing a week. I'm very tired. It probably won't go on much longer. But, yeah. Me too. Wild drive-by. Yeah, I was like about to be like, hey, can you get rid of this person? I think this is someone coming and trying to get me to like give them money. You're fine. Thank you. Hello, welcome in. I'm glad you like my model. I'm saving for a new one. We're doing a donathon. Genius segue. I think we're only like $100 out from the ASMR stream, I will say to you guys. That's, you know, just saying. Because my mic does have an ASMR function now, so let's do one. I need to write there's a few things I need to do. I need to finish the doodles for people, but I'm getting art nervousness, so I will get those done. Just might take me a while to like work up the nerve. My Oshi is sick. You can help her by donating and help her Fudger 3.0. Yes, I'm very sick, guys. It's called my VTuber mama needs money. No, it would be very helpful, jokes aside. But don't feel pressured if you can't. But we do have some cool rewards. I need to write the script. The not safe work for Lulu, as I've said, I have said this a minute, but I'm going to keep saying it just so people understand. All of the commission ones, I'm going to wait to do them until my new design is revealed because I would rather put my money towards art of the new design. So I'm just waiting on those. I might commission them before my re-debut, but those pieces will be a while away. I'm just gonna keep like warning everyone about it in case everyone was like, oh, you said you were gonna commission these, then you didn't. I am going to. I'm going to have it be of new Lulu, not current Lulu. You were doing triggers. I want to do a scenario ASMR because I like writing, but also that's really intimidating. It might be for a first one, it might be easier just to do a trigger one. Because that one is more just like, I sit here and ask you guys like, hey, what do you want me to do? Oh, do you want me to like lick the mic or something? I don't know. I did one like slightly narrative based one when I like first really early on. Where basically all I did was like turn like the gain up on my old crappy like blue snowball mic, but that doesn't really count. People seem to enjoy it though, and I just like talked in a really soft voice. But this one I'd have the actual this mic has a binaural function, so I can. I don't know if I could do like ear rubs and stuff, but I'm happy to do like it be a little bit. I don't like to use the word fan servicey, but yeah, maybe I will do like a trigger one. I feel like that's a little bit easier. Maybe I'll ask what you guys want. But I'm already doing the voice pack anyway, which is kind of the scenario one. It just wouldn't be live. So yeah, I need to write the voice pack, but I haven't. I think it was someone suggested one. Was it Kendra that suggested something? Maybe I should do like a Yandere one. I'm chilling for 1 hour and instead of doing anything on my go to list, I'm half. Well, this is the problem, is that I've just been like, yeah. I've just been talking about a book. I should be writing on my own stuff, but I was just like, no, I need to talk about this book to someone I don't know who to talk about it with. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so Saturday morning, the stream will be a little bit earlier. I wonder if the ASMR one, I could somehow record it and get some actual cutting sounds. Like, I can record it here at my desk. Maybe I could bring, like, my cutting board in and get something that I can cut that'll make... Maybe I'll just, like, cut up an apple or something. Get actual, you know, sound effects. I feel like with me, I feel like I want to do kind of like a horror one. Like, maybe a bit yandere would be kind of fun. Oh, and with the voice pack, if you're wondering, I'm probably just going to put up, like, for free on my Ko-fi. It'd just be, like, down, you know... $0 and then just anyone can download it. If anyone was wondering how I'm going to distribute it, that's probably how I'm going to do it. And just, you could download it and listen to it in your own time. This soda is so good. Axel and Freak, because you're both in Aussie. Have you had Strangelove soda? It's really good. It's an Australian brand that I'm a big fan of. Just my recommendation if you're in Australia or New Zealand. I don't know if they sell it anywhere else. Yeah. Saturday, yeah, so what I might do is, depending on when, yeah, I might do the makeup and book review stream together, maybe? I imagine the stuff from Lapham will arrive this week. It's really nice. It's like if you don't drink carbonated drinks, you won't like it. Axel, but I really like it. We had this we were talking about this earlier. I'm just going in circles. I'm not like a huge carbonated drink person, but I like this. ASMR stream. Of course, we're talking about the ASMR stream, but we have to fund it first. We're very close. I had to do math though, which was like, because Throne displays, because the donathon's in US, but the Throne displays for me in NZ, I had to do all this conversion of like, wait, how much have we made on this one? Because I have to plus it on to how much we made in the last one. Anyway, I figured it out. We're like a little over $100 away from the ASMR. So hopefully before the end of this week, we'll probably have that funded with how speed's going, if we can keep it up. Yeah, we'll play Agree. I don't know when I want to do that. It has to be after Wednesday is all. It will be this week though. And then Sunday I might just do what I've been doing, where we just play Cult of Lamb, because I like playing Cult of Lamb. Anyway, yeah. What time is it? I honestly probably should start getting ready for bed. I got nothing done, which is awful. Well, I did study. I talked about a book I was reading. It's just, you know, little victories. I was supposed to be writing. I did get some done when I got home from work, to be fair. It was an extremely really cool game. I've been having a lot of fun playing it. I'm trying to get through it. Not like rush it, but because I want to get to the Woolhaven DLC, because obviously this is a new one we're doing, but I want to do all the new cool stuff that everyone's doing. I love Cult of Lamb. It's so much fun, guys. It was a game that they made for me specifically, I believe. They didn't, but yeah. Love that game. Oh! Yay, thank you! Who was that? It didn't come up with the name. Let me have a look. And how much if I need to give you something. Thank you, thank you. Oh my god, wait! Pedri! You gave... Oh my god, no, wait! How much is that if it's 100 NZD? We'll only be a few bucks off, but still. Thank you, wait, that's insane. You gave me so much yesterday! Thank you! Thank you so much. You're amazing. Okay, 100 NZD, so I'll do more maths, but yeah. Thank you. You guys are incredible. Oh my god. I guess we're gonna have it before the end, long before the end of this week. Damn. Thank you. Hey. I can't really put your name on me again, but it's here now. I love when people come in without the context. I've had multiple people going like, what's all the stickers over you? Mama Butcher asked that the other day. She rang me because she lurks sometimes, and she rang me and she was like, what was with all the stickers on you? And I had to explain it. She was like, okay. Speaking of Mama Butcher, as I said, it's Waitangi Day later this week for us in NZ. That is also Mama Butcher's birthday, so you guys should wish Mama Butcher a happy birthday for them. Because I love her and she deserves it. I feel really bad I'm not home to spend her birthday with her. I feel bad. I'll have to call her. Maybe I should send her something. She's one of those people that's kind of hard to buy for. Like, she's not really, like, I know what she likes, but it's like, I might watch it for Friday. What was that for Discord roll? The Discord roll is 200 so USD, so not quite. So far, Swirl, you're the only one who has it. Sorry, Petra, I'm not like baiting you, by the way, but I'm just trying to make it fair. So not quite. How much is that? Hang on, let me calculate this. We'll go NZD to USD. How much is the 200? Let me just figure this out. I think it's if I go 200, a little under 80 bucks off. Sorry, Pantry. It's still amazing. It's still an insane amount of money. Thank you. I'm very grateful, but I just have to be fair. I made it US. And the reason it's in US is it's just easy to pay my new mama as she is in the US, and it just makes it a little bit easier for me to calculate. But yeah, you guys are incredible though. Thank you. You're so. I would do something. You've been very generous. That does put you, I think that makes you still a top gifter though, so you're probably in for getting VIP. The problem is that you talk on YouTube. Do you ever talk, I have to discuss, I'll do this in DMs, it's not something I need to be on stream, I'm just thinking out loud with like the role, the top gifter roles. So that I hear, if you give, the top 3, if you look at the thing, if you are the top, which at the moment, the top 2 will be you and Swirl, and then I can't remember who the 3rd one is. Number 1 gets a... the commission one I'm going to discuss with the top 3 gifters how the commission one's going to work. But you get a personal thank you from me, and also you get VIP on Twitch. And the VIP will stay, basically, as long as you follow me, I guess, on Twitch. Yeah. I can't give VIP on YouTube though, because the problem is the only real way to do that is to give someone mod, and I'm really sorry, but no matter how much money you give, I can't give someone mod privileges on one of my channels without knowing them. I hope you guys understand why I can't let someone buy mod privileges. I have to be careful, but Twitch, I'm happy to give you guys one of the diamonds on Twitch. But yeah. I don't use purple slut enough to justify. Well, I'll still give it to you anyway. I mean, if you're one of the top gifters, you can have it, unless you want to bequeath it to like the 4th highest gifter. I guess you could do that if you want. I guess the VIP could be passed on to someone if you're like you could gift it to somebody. I'd be cool with that. I'm gonna talk to everyone. I'll message everyone. That's why I'm always like, please give me your Discord name when you donate, because I do have to discuss stuff with you guys. This is not something I should be talking about on stream. This is all like behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, bequeath my diamond. Yeah, you can bequeath your diamond if you're like, hey, I don't really use Twitch, but yeah, but you don't mind if I'm just reading. Oh, pretty. I've been, hang on, I've been stalking, trying to find artists to commission for debut. I have a big list. So I've been looking. Huh. Alright. I can feel my eyelids getting heavy, guys. I'm sorry this was such a scandalous stream. As I said, I've been pretty I think I've been very tired today, but tomorrow we'll play Dispatch and hopefully I will be feeling a lot better. We're gonna go on the Twitch side. I'm going to do a raid. We're gonna raid Moo because I think he's doing a subathon at the moment, so we'll go raid one of my fellow Kiwi tubers. We'll go raid Moo because he's a good dude. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me and not studying. It was good to see you all. I love you so much. I will see you tomorrow for Dispatch. We actually will play Dispatch tomorrow. I just was like, I need to give such a wonderful, wonderful game. You know, I need to be. I wanna play the final one as good as possible. I'm very mixed up. Look, let's just go second. I love you all. I'm totally tongue tied. All right. I love you all so much. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you again. All right. Bye.